Hello everybody, in this video I have a scrapbook process to share with you for the Thompson's Craft Supplies design team. This is going to be my last project with my September kit, of which the main thing was this really beautiful paper pad which is called Hello Beautiful, which is by a company that I cannot pronounce the name of, but it translates I think to Friday the 13th or something. Anyway, it'll all be linked in the description. This paper I just thought would make a beautiful background for a scrapbook layout, like that really light grey background and just like the hints of the floral and the birds. I just thought really pretty, and I thought a black and white photo would look really good with that as well. So I found this one just in my very large stash of photos that need scrapping. Really, it's a very large pile. But anyways, this is me on my graduation, my undergrad graduation in 2015. Just walking along a path or something, I don't know. My sister was there. She takes excellent photos. That's all it is. So what I started out doing was just doing some background stamping. I'm using StazOn Dove Grey, so the stamping is a really light and subtle colour. It doesn't clash too much with that light grey background, but you can still see it. What I'm using at the moment are Craft stamps. There's the one that's got like the butterfly pattern on, and then there's this one I'm using at the moment, which is a scripty one. And what I'm trying to do here is just ink the middle of the stamp, so I'm not getting too many harsh, straight edges either side, and I'm just kind of stamping that all over the area that I'm going to put my photo and embellishments and such. And then what I also wanted to do was just a little bit of heat embossing. So the floral stamps I'm using here, they are just like generic brand ones from the range, but they are really pretty, and I'm embossing those with, it's the Paper Mania Enchanted Gold. So it's a very light glittery gold, and I was going to use normal gold, but I thought this would just be a little bit more subtle, a little bit more pretty. I did emboss this other stamp here, which is another Craft one, but it didn't do as well, so I kind of covered that one up a little bit. And then with that done, I'm just going to do a little bit of stenciling with this Vicky Boutin stencil from my kit and the Prima paper texture paste. I think I might have used this in like almost every project I've done this month, but it's really good for that slightly shabby chic kind of style that this paper pad's got going on. So yes, I'm kind of doing that in various places all over. And then once that is dry, I'm just going to paint on some sparkly watercolors. I'm using both the Kuretake Pearl Colors palette, and then that little pot you can see is also what they're called. They are the Luminart Twinkling H2Os, but I won't be able to link them because they are virtually impossible to find now. But the Kuretake one's pretty much the same thing. I think the Twinkling H2Os are maybe a little bit creamier, but for the price difference of trying to find those Twinkling H2Os, which are pretty much discontinued now, just go for the Kuretake. They are fab. But anyways, I'm just going with a sort of orangey peachy colour and the pink, and just painting that on around the stenciling and the embossed flowers and stuff, and just creating some light pretty colours in the background. And then I think obviously my texture paste was completely dry at this point. I think I actually left it overnight to dry that one, which is why you didn't see me with the heat tool. But yeah, you don't want to be including watercolours when the paper texture paste is not dry, because then you're just going to make a horrific mess. Anyways, backing my photo with a bunch of sort of paper scraps from this paper pad. So one layer here, which you can just see behind the photo, like some lovely like floral and leafy flourishes and stuff. Then I'm actually using, because the same paper, I'd use this exact same paper to make a card a few days before this, and I had a little scrap of it, so that's the same one. I thought that would look nice to actually sort of back it with the same paper in the background. That was a bit, I know what I mean. And then the reverse of that is the green polka dot, and that would just be a nice bright colour to lift it up from that background. And I've either gone around the edges with a distress tool or just ripped them, so it just looks nice and raw and shabby chicy and whatnot. Propping that up on some craft foam so it sticks up a little bit, and then picture is down. I usually plop something heavy on it just to make sure it stays where it's supposed to, and doesn't like curl up or anything as it dries, so it's nice and flat. Here I am fussy cutting just a few bits and pieces again from the paper pad, and I'm just gonna I think I've only got 5 or 6 pieces, but I'm just going to plop those around the photo in various places. I'm using here my high-tack slow drying tacky glue just because of all the mixed media in the background. I thought it would work better than my normal tacky glue. You know, it's got the embossing, it's got the stamping, it's got the paste, and it's got the watercolors. I could have used the 3D gloss gel, but I couldn't be bothered to get it out and find a palette knife to use with it. So the high-tack slow dry glue would, I thought, work just fine, and it did. If you're interested in that, I always have it linked in my Amazon Marketplace store thing. Not Marketplace, my storefront, whatever it's called, you know what I mean. And then I'm just using some of my sticker books here. This is the Mambi Botanicals one. These flowers I just thought were so pretty, so I actually stuck them on to some white cardstock scraps, then fussy cut around those to stick them on because they're clear stickers, and like I put one over the photo and that looks really pretty, but I couldn't use them as clear stickers around the photo as embellishments. This one I'm using is the Maggie Holmes sticker book, just finding a few bits and pieces, some phrases, there's little gold floral flourishes I thought would look pretty around the photo. Now the One Canoe 2 sticker book, just trying to use stuff up, you know, and I just put celebrate down there because I know graduation, celebrate seemed appropriate, and then that plain label I've just written graduation 2015. Oh, those labels actually, those are not from the One Canoe 2 book, those are from the Crepe Paper Journal Studio book, my bad. Butterflies were from One Canoe 2. Anyway, splatters here using Heidi's Swap Colour Shine in blush and in gold. And then, of course, I'm going to finish off with my beloved Nouveau drops. I'm using crystal drops in Ivory Seashell. So you get that nice pearl effect, proper pearl colour that matches the shabby chic-ish vibe. And then also the Dream drops in Gold Luxe, I think it's called. So like quite a light gold, but very shimmery and very pretty. And that is this layout complete. Thank you so much for watching, as always. I will link products where available, where I can, Thompson's Craft Supply social media links, my corresponding blog post, just all of the things. Please leave me a thumbs up if you enjoyed. Chat to me down in the comments, and I'm gonna go. Thanks again. Bye bye.